our output metrics take more than a quarter to see a change. How do we set OKRs for such a short period, like a quarter? And this is a really interesting question because the situation here and the situation that's common amongst my customers, I mean, every customer who has this situation thinks it's some sort of unique and they think that their organization is really different. Actually, it's really common. The situation is when we do things to our product, when we do things to anything we might do in our organization, new features, new programs, changing our marketing, whatever, the actual result in terms of the new revenue, the new users, the increased usage, whatever it is, may happen 6 months later. It may happen 18 months later. It depends what it is. Sometimes we're working on a product or a feature that is very large, and it might just take 6 months to build, and so take a year to build. So we have to have some sort of milestones along the way. Now, this is not unusual. This is normal. Okay, every business has this problem, and in fact, yes, it is a difficult problem. It's nicer if you have a really, really short cycle time. When you're an early stage startup, you can be working on something, and you will see a change really rapidly. Oh, hello, Yazia. Yazia says hi. Good to see you. So you can be working on something, and the metrics will change really rapidly. You can test it out in the marketplace. You have a very close cycle time. It's wonderful, and that's great. If you're in that situation, then definitely use those output customer-based metrics. Use revenue, use new users, use who's in the funnel, use conversion rates, things like that. Use usage, whatever it is that's going to be affecting things. However, if you're in a company where there's some form of delay, right? There's something going on that causes it takes a bit of time for those numbers to come through. For example, you work with a whole lot of partners, and in order to do something that has an impact on your business, you have to create a feature. Then you have to get your partners to adopt the feature. Then you have to get the users to use the feature, right? Or the end customers to use the feature. That just introduces a cycle time, and it's quite slow. So, what do you do in this situation? So clearly, the first thing to do is to do some product discovery and try and do the work that you're required to try and understand your customers and understand what is actually going to drive this behavior. Like, you want to increase usage for your products despite the delays. What are you going to do that's going to increase usage? How do we understand our customers more? Now, there's a whole lot of product discovery work that you need to do to really understand what are the levers that need to move. Once you've found those levers, you put those levers into your OKRs. So, for example, with a lot of products, let's suppose you're an e-commerce business, but you have partners, and so you have your e-commerce wholesale business, let's say, and you need to be able to do something that increases end user sales, right, by your partners. Kind of making up this business as I go along here, but I'm not sure it's a great business. But you need to do something. You need to change something about your product. Maybe you need to change the load speed. You think the load speed is going to be the thing that makes the difference, or you're going to change the picture quality, the image quality. But in order to use the image quality, you maybe have to take a whole lot of images that are of higher quality and then store them at high quality and then serve them at high quality and then upgrade all of the landing pages on your partner sites to have high quality images, right? Or more images, let's say. So whatever it is, you're doing this, you set an OKR to be able to say, we can deliver the page load in less than 1 second or less than 800 milliseconds or whatever time you think is the right time. You start measuring that. Now, what's going on is you're getting your team to focus on that particular issue. Now, as another example, you might be saying where we have a milestone that partners can get high quality images when they are available. That's a good customer facing or partner facing milestone key result. So you can use that kind of thing, and that drives your team to do the right behavior, which is make it so that that particular feature works, make it so that things happen fast, make it so that we can have multiple pictures or whatever it is we need to do. And that's the right thing that is going to deliver that value in the end. Right. Now, in the end, you've got the problem of how do I know whether this is going to work for my business? How am I going to know that this is going to deliver results? And the answer is you don't know unless you've done the product discovery work and you have confidence, and until the customers start using it. But in the meantime, at least you know what you're trying to work on, and your teams know what they're trying to work on, and they're delivering this. Now, the things that I've mentioned here, because I've made them up on the spot, are a little bit like small features, and maybe that's too small a scale. But if you had something that's a little larger, such as the page, the speed load might be a page load time, using the wrong words here, the time it takes to load the page might be a big thing, or the responsiveness, or the number of clicks required to perform some function, right? Those things might be very useful metrics that you want to be able to track, and they could be things that are really valuable things to be creating. So hence they're good things for your team to be working on, and you know that they will deliver results. As I say, it's always best if you can have the actual results for the customer, but you have to do something that is actually relevant for your teams this quarter. Otherwise, they literally say, well, I can't do anything that's going to affect customer usage this quarter because all of the things that I deliver, I have to have 6 other things in mind before we do. We just close my WhatsApp in the background so it doesn't beep at me. All right, so that was about how our output metrics take more than a quarter to see a change. How do we set OKRs for such a short period?